Hi, everyone. Welcome to SEEN, the Spiritual and Extraterrestrial Experiencers Network. My name is Donna M. Atwood, and I'm the founder of SEEN. And before we get into our topic today, I just wanted to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I do sincerely appreciate it. Our topic for today is seeking meaning after an anomalous or traumatic or an anomalous and traumatic event, such as hearing from an extraterrestrial, maybe seeing one sort of fade in and fade out, perhaps remembering an abduction event decades ago. It could be perhaps the first time you've ever heard from the divine realm. Maybe you started channeling and you just didn't understand what was happening, but you started hearing from somebody who claimed to be from the divine realm, perhaps an archangel or somebody like that. These early encounters and events are truly just they're mind blowing. I know because I'm a lifelong experiencer myself. My first, at least that I can remember, my first encounter occurred around the age of 4 back in 1969. Excuse me, with really a traumatic abduction event. It was the great alien abduction phenomenon. I'm one of those people. I really am, and it was traumatic, and that was just the beginning. I'm a lifelong experiencer of not just extraterrestrial events, but also now I hear from the divine. I communicate with the divine realm on a daily basis, and that has become a blessing for me. But this has been a lifelong, many decades before I got to that point and before I reached the understanding of where I'm at now. It does take time. So when an experiencer seeks to sort of understand and create meaning after an anomalous event, it's very, very normal for an experiencer to ask, why did this happen to me? What was the intent of the being or entity or even craft, UFO or UAP? And what does this say about who I am and my place in the world, my place in the universe? And frankly, what does this say about the universe itself? And so the impulse to ask these types of questions it's normal. It is not pathological. It's truly how humans restore coherence after, a disruption like that. I mean, that is a disruptive event. So the danger arises, excuse me, when an experiencer uh, seems to get fixated on meaning, on ascribing meaning. And it could be one, two, or maybe three meanings, different meanings that they're kind of floating around, sort of spinning around their heads. And they do this way, way, way too early. They do it like the next day or 2 days later or even a month later. That can be just too soon. Uh, the danger also arises when explanations for these types of events come from outside authority figures. So, for example, if an experiencer goes on YouTube or reads a book or something like that, and they are basically being given all the answers by some other person, or even, I hate to say it, but even if they're hearing from an entity, that's just inappropriate. It's much too soon. Also, danger arises when interpretations like these increase fear. So it's really important that we slow everything down and we do not just, for the experiencer, it's important that experiencers do not just agree with what somebody on YouTube says or what that author says for why this happened and the meaning behind it. Or perhaps if we're hearing from a being from elsewhere, um, because these types of events can create fear. So, in other words, if you have the event and then you're hearing from, say you're channeling something, you're hearing from somebody, and you don't even know, you might be all very new to this, or I should say the experiencer. When an experiencer is new to this and they're hearing it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. So to try to ascribe meaning to all of this on top of all these new experiences is just so much. It's too much, really. And another danger about ascribing meaning too quickly, for all of us experiencers, is it can create a sense of dependency, hierarchy and dependency. So where an experiencer looks to somebody who wrote a book or who's on YouTube or somebody that they're hearing from, that they can't see maybe, but they're hearing something, suddenly they may feel as though they are not equal, that there's a hierarchy, and they are suddenly dependent on whoever they think the authority figure is. And so at Scene, this is why we don't stop people from trying to come to terms with this, and to ascribe meaning to these types of events, but we do like to slow it way, 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 way down. And because it gives the experiencer a chance to contextualize what happened. And the other thing is it's the experiencer's experience. It's not the author's experience. It's not the person on YouTube. It's not whoever's channeling or interacting with the experiencer. It's the experiencer's experience. It really is. It's the thing that they went through, and it's important to slow everything down, and to allow, for the experiencer to allow him or herself to just kind of come to grips with it. It's overwhelming for the nervous system if we allow our imaginations. We just try to figure it all out. And listen, I've been guilty of it. I know, I've done it. I'm speaking from experience here, not just as an experiencer, but from having done all of this myself. It can be very, very, very overwhelming to the nervous system. And by the way, the nervous system is already like on alert that something has happened, something different has happened. My world's been rocked. Okay, here we go. And then to try to add the meaning on top of it, it really is too much. It just requires, some time and space. And at Scene, we just like to hold space, for our fellow experiencers, and let them come to their own conclusions about the meaning behind, some form of contact. So, and that's really all I wanted to share with you guys today. It's one of our founding principles at Scene, and it's just so very important for the experiencers out there not to rush things. So, it's really for every experiencer's benefit to just slow it down. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, thank you again so very much. Again, my name is Donna M. Atwood. I'm the founder of Scene, and I do sincerely thank you for spending your time with me today. And I will see you again soon. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.